The Jedi Temple was quiet, but Anakin Skywalker's thoughts were anything but. He paced, running his hands through his hair, struggling with the terrible truth that had just been revealed to him. Chancellor Palpatine was Darth Sidious, the Sith Lord, the mastermind behind the Clone Wars. Anakin clenched his fists. He should tell Mace Windu, but he hesitated. The Jedi didn't trust him anyway. Palpatine had promised him knowledge, power that could save Padme. As his mind raced, a familiar voice interrupted his turmoil. "Annie? You used to look all troubled and stuff." Anakin whirled around. Standing there in the dim glow of the hallway was none other than Jar Jar Binks. "Jar Jar, what are you doing here?" Anakin asked, exasperated. Should Misa do the voice? Better not. "Misa gotta stay late for the Senate meeting," Jar Jar said with a grin. "But what's up with Yusa? Yusa looked like you seen a ghost." Anakin hesitated for a moment. Then, in a low voice, he said, "Jar Jar, the Chancellor, he's a Sith Lord. He's the one behind everything. The war, the Jedi, the dying, all of it." Jar Jar's long ears flopped slightly as he blinked at Anakin in confusion. Then, to Anakin's utter dismay, he shrugged. "Oh, that," Jar Jar said casually. "Yeah, Misa figured that out a long time ago." Anakin's mind screeched to a halt. "Wait, what?" Jar Jar nodded sagely. "Of course, Annie. Misa always knew something was off about old Palpy. He's always talking all sneaky, doing weird finger pyramid things, smiling too much. Misa always thought everyone knew." Anakin stared, stunned. "Why wouldn't you say anything?" Jar Jar leaned in, whispering conspiratorially. "Well, Misa just assumed the Jedi already knew. Like, he's wearing a big black cloak and talking about the greatest Sith legend of all time at operas. Misa thought it was, obvious." Anakin felt his brain short-circuit. "Jar Jar, this was not obvious." Jar Jar tilted his head. "Really? 'Cause Misa, remember one time, Misa told me, 'Unlimited power I will soon have.' And Misa just thought, 'Oh yeah, he's definitely a Sith.'" Anakin dragged a hand down his face. "Jar Jar, why didn't you tell anyone?" Jar Jar just shrugged again. "Dunno. People don't really listen to Misa much. And Misa was busy with Senate stuff. Thought maybe Yoda already had a plan or something." Anakin groaned, feeling the weight of the galaxy pressing down on him. But then a thought occurred to him. If Jar Jar had known, and not told anyone, then Palpatine had clearly underestimated him. "Jar Jar, you just might be the key to stopping him." Jar Jar's eyes widened in surprise. "Misa?" "Yes, Palpatine trusts you. He thinks you're harmless," Anakin said, a new plan forming in his mind. "You can get close to him, distract him, and maybe even help the Jedi take him down." Jar Jar gulped. Oh boy. Later that night, while the Jedi mobilized, Jar Jar Binks strolled casually into Palpatine's office. The Sith Lord sat behind his desk, cloaked in shadow, hands steepled together. "Ah, Representative Binks," he said smoothly. "To what do I owe the pleasure?" Jar Jar plopped into a chair unceremoniously, grinning. "Oh, nothing much. Just stopping by. Thought Weesa could chat about the war and stuff." Palpatine smirked. "Indeed. The war is progressing as expected. Soon the Jedi will be extinct, and my empire will rise." Jar Jar blinked. "Oh, wow, you'sa really leaning into the bad guy thing, huh?" Palpatine froze. "What?" Jar Jar waved a hand. Nothing. So, Misa here, you got a big evil plan and all. Something about Order 60 something? Palpatine's eyes narrowed. "Now how do you know about that?" Jar Jar tapped his temple. "Oh, Misa hear things. People think Misa not pay attention, but Misa always listening." Palpatine stood. "You know too much." Jar Jar's eyes widened. "Oh no, Misa in danger." The Sith Lord raised his hands to unleash a storm of Force lightning, only for the doors to burst open as Mace Windu, Yoda, and a squad of Jedi Masters stormed in. "Palpatine, your reign of terror ends here," Windu declared, igniting his purple lightsaber. Palpatine snarled, drawing his own crimson blade, but before he could strike, Jar Jar tripped. His flailing arm smacked into a nearby decorative pillar, sending it crashing down. Palpatine caught off guard. He stumbled just as Mace Windu lunged forward. With one swift strike, Windu sliced Palpatine's lightsaber in half, sending him crashing to the ground. "No!" Palpatine shrieked, his power draining. "This is not how this was supposed to go!" Jar Jar blinked at the destruction he had accidentally caused. Oh boy. With Palpatine defeated, Order 66 simply never happened. The Jedi survived, and the Republic remained intact. Anakin, no longer being manipulated by the Sith, stayed with Padme and became a wonderful father to Luke and Leia. Instead of Darth Vader, he became a Jedi Master, helping to rebuild the galaxy. And Jar Jar Binks? He was hailed as the hero of the Republic. Monuments were built in his honor. Senate meetings were renamed to Binks Briefings. Younglings at the Jedi Temple were taught the legendary story of how one lone Gungan saved the galaxy. If accidentally. As the years passed, Jar Jar sat on a peaceful Naboo beach, sipping a drink. He turned to Anakin. "You ever think about how the galaxy almost fell to the Sith?" Anakin just chuckled. "Yeah." Jar Jar grinned. "You welcome." Did you enjoy this twist on reality? What should happen next? Should we continue this story? Or do you have another crazy what-if scenario in mind? Comment down below with your ideas. And smash that like button if you want to see more. Also subscribe and turn on those notifications so you never miss a new reality shift. This has been Canon Chaos, where anything can happen. See you in the next timeline.